Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our officials for this match, our first referee, Bobby Celso, National Referee. Second referee, Super Educado, National Referee. Let's call on the starting lineup for our Cignal HD Spikers. Opposite hitter number 8, team captain Isay Marasigan. Outside spiker number 2, Joe Umandal. Middle blocker number 4, Peter Torres. Middle blocker number 7, JP Bugawan. Outside spiker number 10, Wendell Miguel. And starting setter number 18, EJ Casanya. Their starting libero is number 13, Sumang Somanggid. And the head coach for Cignal is Dexter Clamor. And now the starters for the Saints and Lattes Letran. Outside spiker number 2, Bem Bautista. Opposite hitter number 3, Riley Santamaria. Setter number 4, Wayne Arano. Middle blocker number 7, Felix Bermido. Middle blocker number 14, Nam Caballero. And outside spiker number 16, Ambo Ambrosio. Their starting libero is team captain number 19, Raxel Catrice. And the head coach for the Letran is Brian Esquivel.
Welcome back to the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center. We're taking a look at the starting lineup for the Cignal HD Spikers, only their second game in this Invitational.
And these are certified national players in the roster of Coach Dexter Clamor. As we take a look at the roster of Coach Brian Esquivel, we'll rely on the following players. We'll try to keep in step 1, and number 2, try to pull off a king-size upset against the 6-time Spikers Turf champions na Cignal HD Spikers.
King size. Alam mo yung California King, Coach Roddy? California King bed, mas malaki pa sa King.
Yes.
Parang yun yata, I think that is what the Saints and Lattes of Letran have in store for them. But if I were Letran, if I were a player here, a collegiate player, getting
Perfect
this
chance,
kind of exposure,
right.
kahit anong mangyari dito, panalo na feeling ko eh.
And the way they played against the City Lions is something that can be a good launch pad para sa kanila.
Masikat sila. I'm sure they were able to get a lot of confidence from that first win as Santa Maria scores first in our match today.
We talked about the need for Santa Maria, among others, to be able to help out their offense. But if there's one key player para sa kanila, it has to be their playmaker na si Arano. Si John Wayne Arano, rather, who's up against one of the best playmakers in the country right now, na si EJ Casana. And of course, kanyang katuwang na si Jewel Asia.
Oh, that's a big one down the line. And si Mola Cruz, the
That's Isay Marasigan, who had a 7 of 16 attack rate and scored a total of 8 points in the first hill of the HD Spikers. Puro ano na to eh. Mang Chiki, puro mga champion players in their own right para sa Cignal HD Spikers. Paramihan lang kasi iba nga kakalipat. Iba matagal na, katulad ni Bugawan, who has 4 championships already para sa Cignal HD Spikers.
That's a big serve. Quick set, kept alive by Cignal.
Oh.
And that was off the hands of Bautista. That's a second point for Cignal.
And I'm sure that the HD Spikers understand what Letran was able to do against the City Lions, na pinahirapan ang Cignal HD Spikers kasi kahit na 3 set na panalo ang inuwi ng Cignal, todo yung laban na pinamalas ng City Lions na hindi natin nakita in the 3-set loss laban naman sa Saints and Lattes Letran Knights.
Another big serve, but that one is outside. A little risky there. That did not pay off for Cignal, and Letran evens things up at 2 apiece early in this first set.
Also a multiple Spikers third champion in Wendell Miguel, formerly of the Fighting Maroons of UP in the UAP.
Bermido on the line to serve now. Nice outside set there. And dinaan lang sa kamay, just hitting it off the block, and that's a point.
The reigning, let me say, the most recent MVP in the Spikers, Terjao Umandal, had an 11 of 18 clip. And this is a national player, was played also as a reinforcement abroad, one of the top players in the country. Dati, naglaro sa ibang team, ngayon naman, na kay Coach Dexter Clamor.
Yun.
Paano mo talaga sasabayan ng Cignal HD Spikers?
Chance ball here, Cignal from back row. Good defense here coming from Letran. Bautista going up and challenged by Marasigan. The timing.
Marasigan has 3 points, 2 attack points, 1 offensive block. And I'm sure, ulitin ko, nakita ng Cignal yung nilaro ng Letran and how Arano really was able to distribute the ball efficiently. That 3-set win. 2-point lead para sa Cignal here in set number 1.
I wonder if that would have sailed outside. Ball is still in play. And the chance, nope. Hindi talaga nahabol ng Letran. Caballero couldn't keep that ball in play.
Cignal was 41 of 88, nearly 50% attack rate. But what really impressed me the most was 56 block attempts that they translated into 12 kill blocks. That's 12 out of the 75 points that they scored against the Santa Rosa City Lions.
At sipag, you know that they will keep challenging their opponent.
You were saying?
Back row attack again.
Good communication between Marasigan and Miguel.
Oh, look at that. Good try. But talaga, it's going to be that kind of game today. Everybody just very busy at the net, the
Kasi
blockers.
Kung hindi mo sisipagan, pupuntosan ka ng Letran. And we saw that against the City Lions. Na tatlong nag-double figures, 4 halos, at Aranyo was in firm control of their offense, making it difficult para sa City Lions na makasabay.
Oh, and that's a lucky break here for Letran.
Stops a 4-point run para sa Cignal and pushes Letran 1 point closer dito sa multiple and winningest team in the history of the Spikers turf.
We were talking about it off the air, Coach Ronnie, how Cignal has become the draw not only for the fans, but also for the other teams that have made their way into the Spikers
The
turf.
gold
24
standard, really.
teams. Talaga just a chance to be able to go up against a formidable team like
Swerte nga sila,
Cignal.
nasa pool sila ng HD
Oo,
Spikers. Swerte at hindi. Swerte kasi makakalaro mo, hindi kasi mahirap makalaban. Torres with the misdirection, Umandal with the delivery. Back to a 4-point lead for the HD Spikers.
We mentioned at the top of the coverage that only the top 2 per pool will get to cross over.
Difficult
diba?
format, really. But that's the way it is to get to the mountaintop here in the Spikers turf.
And we have a good exchange there. Marasigan with a put away.
And just like that, we reached the first technical timeout as Marasigan has exploded for 4 of the first 8 points para sa Cignal.
We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back.
Chiki and Ronnie, we all have witnessed Mark Calado's scoring prowess as an FAU Tamarao back in UAAP season 85. And now that he's a Cignal HD Spiker, Mark shared to me that the tables have turned, but in a good way. Back in the collegiate sphere, he used to lead and most balls were set up for him as he had a heavy responsibility as a senior. Now with a professional champion team like Cignal, he's being pushed out of his comfort zone to learn from veterans he only dreamt of playing with before. As he's a newcomer, together with Umandal and Josephat, will they be the young stars shining on the Pilipinas Live app, Paul? Let's find out and let's go back to set number 1.
And thank you for that update, Ait and Sai, with the goods from courtside. And welcome back to our coverage. Shout out to all of you catching us on Pilipinas Live. Of course, you can also watch us on One Sports Plus. Chiki Rawapuno with Coach Ronnie Magsanok. And Cignal is up still, but only by 3 points.
That's
Quick 2
right.
points here by Letran.
A service error and then a service ace follows suit after that 8-3 scoreline, reaching the first technical timeout.
And that open set works for Jao Mandal.
Wow. What appears to be a broken play is not a problem for Jao Mandal. Hindi namimili ng bola, able to make the adjustment, but more than that, has that ability to score and make it difficult for the other team to block him. 4-point lead. Jao Mandal now with at least 3 points in the first set alone. 20-point scorer ito pag sa ibang team naglaro. Pero dito, equal yung ball distribution kasi.
And this is also something that we want to see, no? How Jao is able to work within the Cignal system.
Some of these players in Cignal have been his teammates in the national team.
Oo naman.
He's going to be a fixture in the national team at least probably in the next 8 to 10 more years. As the Philippines was able to play in the Asian Games since 49 years ago, and that's a very good sign for men's volleyball, definitely.
Oh, wow. Just up and down.
And before
Exclamation
JP
point.
Bugawan made this ascent towards one of the best, there was Peter Torres lording it over in the UAP. And in men's volleyball, turning back the hands of time, showing us the kind of quality player that he still is up to present.
Yan yung mga pang-Asian Games, di ba?
Ay,
Nabanggit mo nga
veterano at batak at dekorado. Oh,
And that one is outside Bermido.
yan yung sinasabi natin kanina during the pregame. 12 yung kill blocks. But what about the shots that he intimidated together with the rest of the Cignal HD Spikers? And that's one shot that they changed and forced to go out for a 5-point lead.
Yun, got the idea. Si Bermido talagang iniiwasan yung
Iniwasan na eh.
blockers. Pero, hirap gawin. Combination attack.
Another net touch. Oh, this time.
Unfortunately, Ambrosio found at the net there.
Sa 6 na puntos ng Letran, 4 dyan galing sa Cignal HD Spikers. Service errors and all that. Down 6, they call timeout. Talking about Letran.
Matapos mag-block, okay lang mag-block. May coverage naman tayo eh. Bakit iniiwas nyo masyado doon sa blockings nila? Ha? Kaya-kaya mo naman. Setter yung katapat mo, tapos doon mo pa dadalhin sa middle. Baliktad, di ba? Doon sa setter's area mo dalhin. Ha? Hey, 6 lang yan. Dahan-dahanin natin. Kailangan natin ma-minimize yung error natin. Ha? O, pasa mo na ulit.
Paano mo lang kaya mo? Hey, arriba! Arriba! Arriba!
So on point, Coach Ronnie, you were talking about the need for the hitters of Letran to try to work against the blocking of
Yes.
Cignal. Pero yun na nga, sabi nga sa kabila at that huddle, kailangan mong pag-igihan dahil alam mo gusto mong iwasan pero huwag manggigil. Uy!
Basa.
Oh, roll there. Nabasa din sa kabila. Ambrosio is blocked. Solid. Yun naman yung mga...
Tumama eh. Oh, that was an off-the-block play. But I thought that it hit Ambrosio as the ball was on its way out.
One more time on that play.
Right, Catrice to Ambrosio. Babalik sa kanya. Yun.
Yun.
Sa left elbow. 7-point lead for Cignal.
That's a good reception for Letran. Back row attack with the help of the net. All still good. Good save there by Catrice.
Wow.
First rally, Coach.
That's right.
Ambrosio going up again.
Tight.
Letran really putting up a stand here against Cignal, and that one is off the block. That was enjoyable.
And if you take a look at that last rally, akala mo kuha na ng Letran yung puntos.
Oo.
But one thing that makes it difficult to beat Cignal is their effort on defense. Makikita mo lang talaga firepower, roster depth. But the effort on defense, Miguel diving, Umandal digging. So kung alam mo, patay na yung bola, nabubuhay pa rin nila. And then they counter and transition attack you.
And just really respect for their opponents. No matter how young, these collegiate players, respeto pa rin ang Cignal.
And
they're
that's a
able
good
to...
sign para sa champion team as Bautista has assumed the scoring leader's role here para sa team na naulila sa pagkawala ni Vince Himzon He scored 15 points as was recognized as the top player sa upset win nila laban sa Santa Rosa City Lions. Oh, yeah.
And nobody there, just Bugawan, just swatting that one away on that slider.
Casanya used to play for a different team in the Spikers turf. One conference or one season after, Coach Dexter Clamore put him on board. And that's the reason why. A very able, a very crafty, very clever playmaker.
Again, these combination attacks from Letran have been working. At least
Has to be
that's
that
a
way.
challenge.
Has to be that way. You have to be innovative against the net defense ng HD Spikers who were led by the 7 kill blocks of Bugawan in their last win or in their first win versus the City Lions.
One-handed set there.
Good adjustment by Bautista.
And again, somebody was at the net. Or was it clean? It looks like Letran will be getting the point for that last exchange.
At least 6 errors kung di tayo nagkakamali para sa HD Spikers in this set alone. That's over 50% of the total output ng Letran. Ang pupuntos dito ay si Bautista.
Yeah,
kahit
as
paano.
expected. A lot on his shoulders, like you mentioned, Coach Ronnie, with the absence of Yunson. Ball still good. The chance for Letran to set up. Bautista going up again.
That's Bautista once again.
Casanya going outside. Talagang itataas niya lang. Bahala na kung sino kumuha, kahit sino pwede.
Ang bira, no? May slide play, may open, and then the pipe play delivered by Jao Mandal for another 7-point lead.
Yeah, we are at our second technical timeout. Back for more after the break. Watch the PBA 3x3 second conference this year every Monday and Tuesday only on One Sports, PBA Rush, and Pilipinas Live. PBA 3x3, laro ng tatlo.
And that will be headed to Ayala Mall, Manila Bay on Monday and on Tuesday. Coming off sa Ayala Mall Terraces in Fairview last Monday and Tuesday as well.
Meantime, we have a nice crowd here at the Paco
Every
Arena.
time. Kasi nga sa dami ng teams, daming followers eh.
And
Tapos malalapit lang yung mga schools dito katulad ng Benil na nanalo kanina. They're staying on to watch. Kasi kapul nila ito eh.
And we have fans even from the PBL. Nice to see the mother-daughter team. See Danny Ravenna with Mami Moti just chilling, watching the action
Sabi
from
mo nga,
the
walang
stands.
traffic eh. Daling makarating dito ngayon.
Sana pa uwi, ano? Kasi nag-uwian na rin.
Sana
yung mga
hanggang
bakasyon.
Pasko.
Okay. Gusto ko yan, Coach. Bautista going up again. And of course, Bautista talagang siya ang pupuntahan at pupuntahan.
Yes. Top of radar. Big part of the defensive game plan of Coach Dexter Clamore is to contain Santa Maria.
Yeah.
Dahil wala sa itong si Himzon na sa gitna pumapalo. Wow. 4 kill blocks.
Yeah.
Right away for Cignal.
They know to put up a stand against Bautista every time. These quick plays.
Net touch on
Another
that attempted shoot set. Looking for a zero tempo play. That goes awry. Balasa lang si Coach Brian.
Santiagudo sees action for the first time here today.
Bermido also played well for Letran in their win versus Santa Rosa. Had 3 points played in all 3 sets.
And this is a sizable lead now. Cignal pulling away midway into this first set. A lucky break here for Letran. Sabi mo nga, most of the points of Letran for this initial set coming from the errors of
That's
Cignal.
60% of the total output of the Saints and Lattes.
just as easy for them to really win the points the hard way or
Right.
the traditional way,
Not
which
even-
is making their offense
Not
work.
even that slight off-sync execution will deter JP
Yeah.
Bugawan from scoring once again. The question right now, if you're not able to get your points off your attack points, how do you defend the HD Spikers? And that's a good challenge for the young Turks of Letran.
And Mepito na naman. We have a lot going on at the net because there's so much action there. They're really challenging every turn. Marami ding nagkaka-violation.
Tama. Aranyo for the piston play. 7 of the 11 points of Letran coming from Cignal HD's unforced errors as Paking makes his first entry in lieu of Santa Maria, who was one of the leading scorers for Letran in the 3-set win over Santa Rosa, accounting for 11 points.
Malasa na talaga dito sa Letran side. Bangkola, Abdul Bangkola coming in for the first time as well.
A secondary setter para dito kay Coach Brian Esquivel.
And talagang he's going to have to field as many of these players as take a look at that kill. Just the trajectory, parang wala na nga anggulo eh.
Eh kasi bigot ng
Aakyat baba
first
lang
ball.
eh.
Signal was 30 of 62 sa kanilang reception rate. Close to 50%. That's really impressive. And that first ball leading to, di nagagalaw yung playmaker eh. Talagang maghahanap na lang ng bibigyan.
Tama.
And that quick play was so hard to defend.
We got substitutions. Relation now coming in as a setter for the Cignal squad.
Marasigan na with 6 points, 4 attack points, and 2 kill blocks for the HD Spikers to lead all scorers.
And Letran saying, kaya din naman namin. Bigyan nyo kami ng pagkakataong magpakitang gilas dito.
Pagkitang gilas si John Derek Bautista, who is the leading scorer for Letran. Another combination play against the attempted triple block. Bautista, 11 of 20 attack points. Bautista, 2 of 4 kill blocks. Bautista, 1 service ace in their first win.
And you know, it's really painful to see, no? Yung mga ganong well-executed plays pero bumabalik rin sa Cignal yung puntos at yung bola off of a service error.
And the depth of Cignal further amplified with the entry of Chuma and Giga,
Giga.
formerly of the Ateneo Blue Eagles and a multiple Spikers Turf champion as well.
And medyo natigil pa ng konti ng net yun, ha?
Naunahan mo lang ako, na-slow down na nung net. Bumanda pa rin doon sa receiver.
And last ditch time out here for Letran.
Lumalayo yung score nila dahil sa error natin. Error pa rin natin, di ba? Pagka nagkapasa, ganun na gawin mo, kombinasyon. Ha? Kailangan mapasabay uli ni Nami yung middle para piyesa tayo. Okay, go. Continuous lang, continuous lang.
Yeah! Arriba! Arriba! Arriba!
May dadagdag ka pa ba doon, Coach Ronnie?
Just try harder.
Minimize the errors. That's parang yung basic
Because
din.
I really think that the effort is there. It's just that the way Cignal jumped the gun on them. Hindi pinabuelo eh.
Huwag din ma-intimidate, which is the hardest thing to do if
Very
you're going
hard
up
to
against
do.
Cignal.
Against Santa Rosa, naunahan nila eh. Dito inunahan sila.
Ayan, kargado, pero lumabas. A break here. They can only hope that the errors start showing up again. Medyo kasi Cignal has cleaned up their act.
Right,
Minimized the
right.
errors already, the last few sequences.
Cignal committed a total, I believe, of just 18 errors in their last win. Dito nasa double digits na sila halos eh.
First set pa lang.
Tama. Over ball. Over receive. 3 point. Easiest point
Yeah.
for Letran. Courtesy of Santia Gudo. We'll double check that.
And that was a good heads-up play, actually, from the side of Letran.
Santiagudo. Good reaction time.
It's an 8-point deficit they have to make up.
Oh, wow.
Just taking it so soft and
Yes.
slow.
Just enough spin to get that ball to an open spot. Ay donut in that last play. Meron pang Lloyd Josaphat, also a national player, formerly of the UE Red Warriors. Baka may playing years pa nga ito sa UAP kasi batang-bata ito eh.
Yes, and Jiga there with a serve. Solo block. Good enough for point
This
number
time
24.
For Miguel. Kill block number 5. And that was just a single block applied by Wendell Miguel. This was the last play. His direction was read well by Miguel. No entry, good denial, 10-point lead for set. 10 set points for Cignal. Good angle taken by Ambrosio.
It's a gallant stand there by Ambrosio.
Right.
Talagang kailangan lang tibayan ng loob.
And
against
difficult
HD.
to execute that cut shot laban kay Lloyd Josaphat.
Still set point, and we're seeing Aranyo making his way back on the court. The starter setter, Santa Maria as well. And still very precarious for the Saints and Lattes. Gusto mo ring lumapit lang. This is a likely win already for Cignal, but you want to just get closer to their score. It just looks good and gives you a little more confidence.
Makabuelo man lang sa parating na second set.
Let's see if they can stop. And look at that. Oh, a footy there. Josaphat was able to keep the ball in play, pero mababa lang yung bounce. I love seeing those footies.
I think that was an inadvertent call. Oo. Kasi live eh. So they will replay that last point.
Oh, wow.
Kasi good ball yun eh.
Yung sa foot
Correct. Oo.
And that's a break for Cignal actually kasi good ball pero
Alanganin na.
mababa. So here's a do-over for Cignal. And Letran saying, sa amin talaga. That point was for us. We are meant to play on.
That was Mark Frederick Calado with that unsuccessful attack.
That's a good serve.
Very good serve.
And that is a win for Cignal, care of Josaphat. 25-16, the final score, or was it 17, I think? It was 25. In any case, nakahabol pa ng konti one last time on that winning play.
Pati si Josaphat, pumapalo na ng ganyan. Iba na rin talaga yung development at maturity ng mga nag-champion ng mga players.
Coming in late in the first set and still scoring the winning point for the HD Spikers. And there you have it, 25-17. We'll talk more about the first set after the break.
Kami yung team to beat, so kailangan namin panghawakan yung kung ano yung nasimulan namin at tutuloy-tuloy namin. Hindi namin inaalis sa mantra namin na always on the top kasi nasimulan na eh, so kailangan namin ituloy-tuloy. Hindi yung magiging complacent kami sa ginagalaw namin kasi naabot na namin, hindi kami ganun. So kung ano na simulan namin, ipagpapatuloy pa namin.
JP Bugawan scoring 3 points so far today, but he was a big player. 14 points in that last game against Santa Rosa, but still Cignal coming away with that big win in the first set.
Right, very always tricky to get your first win, especially for a team that was quite late. They talk about playing their debut and galing sa out-of-country pre-season training in preparation for the reopening of the Spikers turf. But it's almost never the same yung game situation. And that will only happen pag laro mo against teams na gustong-gusto kang talunin kasi hindi ka natatalo or bihirang-bihira ka na natatalo. And Cignal continues to be, as we mentioned, and we will replicate that over and over again. Let's take a look at the numbers. The gold standard of men's volleyball here in the Spikers turf. Amazing. Excellent numbers, but more than that, what jumps out of that screen is the 5 blocks.
Yeah.
Could have been more. But the only red flag is yung 8 errors out of the 16-point output para sa Letran.
We want to credit the effort of the blockers on the side of Letran coach.
They're doing better here right now.
And they actually put up a stand every time. Now the challenge is to be able to convert these blocks into points.
And what appears to be tremendous defensive effort on the flip side is target practice here for the HD Spikers.
Yeah, absolutely. Talagang ramdam na ramdam mo yung dominance. It's Cignal domination. Good read there. The blockers of Cignal. Back row attack. Chance for Cignal now. That looks like a play right out of the Japan game book, playbook.
No?
Oh.
And because of the multiple exposure internationally by our players as well, ang daming nakukuha.
Yeah,
no? And
ina-adapt nila.
and likewise, yung BNL na paglalaro dito, ang daming natutunan ng mga players natin both in men's and women's volleyball. Pati po kami, yung educating us in different terminologies as well.
And talaga kayo mga nanonood, ang tatalino na ng ating volleyball fans because of all the exposure we are all getting collectively.
Good first ball once again, leading to this low quick set, and JP Bugawan's specialty gives them another 1-point lead. Grabe na, from the collegiate ranks all the way to the Spikers turf level, all the way to the Southeast Asian Games, si JP Bugawan na may kapatid na naglalaro dito.
Oh, so there's 2 of them, brother.
The shots that they change, the intimidation factor against a team that played so confident against Santa Rosa and beat the City Lions in 3 straight sets. Pero malaking kawalan talaga si Vince Himzon.
Yes. We mentioned at the top of the coverage.
Kasi may middle attacker ka eh.
Oo, yung mga ngayon lang nagbukas ng TV nila. Si Himzon, yung top player ng Letran, is out, sick. You know, we all know there's a bug going around, and mabuti nga na many of these players are able to stay healthy. But it's a challenge. Lawrence Vicente, we saw there from the side of Letran, seeing action for the first time in the second set. Meantime, Cignal with a 3-point lead early in set number 2. Ay, talaga naman yung mga payong na ganyan. Kahit walang ulan, Coach Ronnie, hindi nawawala. Hindi nagsasara.
Kanina umambon. Sigurado ako dahil I was working out outside. Naramdaman ko. Kagabi umambon din. Pero ito, this is ICTCZ na ina-apply ng Cignal. Grabe. It's like a hurricane against Letran with a 4-point lead at the bat.
Oh, regalo naman talaga. Thank you, sabi ni Bugawan.
Ang gusto ko sa Cignal, walang disrespect eh. Just hard work.
Yeah.
Just business-like attitude against the young team ng Letran.
And nice seeing the smiles on their faces, particularly Bugawan. Talagang ninanamnam pa rin niya yung mga regalong ganyan eh. No?
Bakit hindi? Kung mas madali.
That's a good reception by Letran.
No way, sabi ni Bugawan.
That was a tough one to block, pero talagang the efficiency of the blocking of Cignal.
Marasigan, Miguel, joining forces with JP Bugawan, and right now, that double block seems like a triple block given the way they have been so successful. Siguro nasa 60-70% ang success rate ng kanilang net defense. running away with a 6-point lead here in set number 2.
What do you do? They do it again. And just Letran trying to chase the ball here. And the blocking has been tremendous on the side of Cignal HD. And they get the 8 points first. Letran only with 1 point in the second set. Back for more after the break.
Chicky and Ronnie, let's turn over to the Saints and Lattes Letran. Another star scorer aside from Vince Himson, who is currently undergoing a flu, was John Derek Bautista, who scored 14 points against Santa Rosa. John mentioned to me that given that they're a team comprised of mostly freshmen, Coach Brian Esquivel's challenge is to manage the kulit and focus of the rookies. Proud of the outcome from last game. I wanted to share to you guys that all 6 players from their starting 6 last NCAA have already graduated. Kaya these players are all starting from scratch. More to come when it comes to learning. They're happy they even got the chance to play in a big conference like this. Now, who's shining in the second set? Better answer the poll, volleyball fans. Back to the panel.
Thanks so much, Aitin Sai, who puts things in perspective, Coach Ronnie. We're looking at a bunch of newbies, freshmen. Talagang mga, mga baguhan.
Yes.
Talagang coming in fresh and, I mean, given that, talagang matutuwa ka rin sa kanilang poise and sa kanilang tapang. And really, the growth that we are excited to see on the side of Letran.
And you can just deduce the confidence bank that will be filled after their stint here in the Spikers turf. Again, kailan ba makakalaro itong mga certified superstars ng men's volleyball? Totoong laro, hindi scrimmage.
Correct.
Oy, nako.
And
facial
as you
by
see,
Bugawan for...
and
nag-apologize pa nga siya kay Aranya.
Sportsmanship here. And you gotta love how Cignal is, sabi mo nga, all respect.
The attitude is really proper. No?
Hindi nila bine-baby,
hindi nila niloloko.
Oh.
Nilalaro talaga nila ng kung ano yung nararapat. 8-3 was the count when we entered the first technical timeout sa first set. Dito 8-1. Because yung error count ng Cignal has been put to a bare minimum.
Yeah. And there's a...
I had the chance to cover Lord Josaphat in his rookie year for UE. Dati mahiyain pa to eh. But the upside and the potential that he showed there during the time para sa UE was already there. Fast forward a few years after, nandito na sa #1 team sa Spikers turf.
And can you imagine the kind of growth these players from Letran will go through? Similar to what you were able to observe on the likes of
Josaphat, kanila, pati sa Blazers. Lahat ng pagkakataon that you can get because of playing with top-level players, hindi mo masusukat yung benefits at yung positives. And Coach Brian Esquivel swinging and going deeper in his rotation to try and get a better showing here in set number 2 na kung saan they are in a 7-point hole. Alam ni Coach Dexter, delikado eh. Pag nasingitan ka ng isang upset, 5 laro lang. Wow, what a serve.
We don't see many aces here, but that one was a beauty. 11-3.
They had 4 in their previous win, or 3. Miguel had 4 service aces. Wendell Miguel had 3 of those 4 service aces.
Wendell Miguel, medyo tahimik. He scored late in the first set. But that's also one thing that we observe from the side of Cignal. Talagang well spread out yung mga puntos. Of course, credit to Casania.
Right, and Jewel Asia. 2 playmakers who have played beautiful music together, joining forces, combining. At gusto mo kasi yung bigayan eh.
Uy. And that one is called outside by the lines judge. Pero si Bautista is insisting na pasok yun. Let's see, first challenge that we're seeing today. 11-4 the count. And, you know, Letran, as we wait for the decision here, really is left to figure out how to go against the three-man block. Grabe yung blocking ng Cignal today. I mean,
Again,
everything's working, particularly just the showcase that we're seeing at the front line.
They have to, they can stay away from the middle attacker kasi wala si Vin Simpson eh.
Oo.
So, you defend the wing spikers. And I think Santa Maria called it right.
That looks like an in
Yes.
goal. Yes, that was a good decision. Si Bautista was so sure about that.
It was the one who delivered the serve.
Oo, and he gets an ace. Must feel good. Baka ace ka against Cignal HD.
So from an 8-1 count, this has been a 4-3 counter. At least they're +1 in the last 7 points. Talking about Letran over the Cignal HD Spikers.
Another good one. Good reception there.
Oh,
Ay! Talaga naman. When it rains, it pours for Letran. Again, another point for them.
best scoring run for them.
Yeah,
3-point
mini run here.
Just like that, Coach Dexter, instead of calling a timeout, will put in Jewel Asia, among others. And then, of course,
Usually comes in with Josaphat, but not quite yet.
tama, pati si Edmar Bonono has made his first entry.
Oh, that was a little too low. Again, just the consistency that you need to work on when you are handing those very strong serves, those jump serves.
Tinanggal din kasi ni Coach Dex sa rhythm dahil nagbalit siya ng tao.
Kasali yun.
Sa gulang, nagulangan.
Timing, oo. Chance here for Cignal. Back row attack. Good coverage there by Letran. Miguel, nice up. And he will go up for the attack. And the offensive block. That must feel good for Coronado.
They were outplayed sa that defense, although they had one offensive block in the previous set loss. But Miguel checked in his attempt to go down the line. Still a 5-point lead from a high of 7 para sa Cignal. Better showing here in set 2 para sa Letran after a slow
Definitely.
start.
That should boost their confidence and their morale. But just like that, Cignal are getting the ball back. And the point there.
Jewel Asia had a good vantage point earlier watching Casanya and Letran's defense here in set 2. So we take a look at Vince Abrot, who played for a different team in the previous Spikers turf. Also a very good spiker, very good hitter. And that's the depth or roster power that Cignal HD Spiker has in its arsenal. Talking about Coach Dexter Clamor, na dating best setter sa NCAA for Coach Sammy Akailar sa Perpetual Altas.
Setters make the best coaches, I think.
That's a good argument.
Oh, perfect execution there.
That is no cause for argument.
Yeah.
Your honor sustained.
I submit. Isa pa nga. Ayan ang mga sarap balik-balikan. Talagang hindi na nakasabay ang blockers ng Letran. Nanood na lang. That connection
Hindi
between...
nila alam kung saan dadali ni Jewel Asia. Kanina
Oo.
nasasanay-sanay na sila kay Casanya. But Jewel Asia is also a champion playmaker in his own right.
And just that connection with Josaphat. That's why sabay talaga silang pinapasok. Oh, that one got away from back row there. Peter Torres couldn't keep that one up.
Different playmaker, Bangcola. As Aranyo has been one of the top in terms of service efficiency para sa Letran, comes in as a designated server.
So it's 8 serving 14. It's still a 6-point lead. But remember, this game started out, nag-first technical time tayo, isa lang ang napuntos ng Letran. So they have really upped their game in the second set so far. They've figured things out. They've gained some confidence. And, oh, there's going to be a challenge from the side of Cignal. Sabi nila, allowed you that one ace.
Walang patawad, ha?
Oo. Parang hindi yata natin pwedeng tanggapin eh. And that's something that we're seeing a lot more of in the second set. Medyo yung mga services nila ay medyo mas nagiging kargado, mas bumibigat.
Eh kung kaya mo nga pumunto sa first line of offense para wala nang rally, dalang hirap puntusan ng Cignal eh.
That's right. And this is also a good showcase, as you mentioned, Coach Ronnie, of the depth of Cignal's bench. And hindi lang yung individual talent, pero ano yung magandang mix. Yung gusto natin makita eh.
Yung nagja-jive, no? The chemistry is there, you can feel it. But remember that this team lost its top gun in Mark Espejo. Was played for the national team multiple times sa Southeast Asian Games, sa Asian Games, sa CV League, na ginawa sa Santa Rosa, but had to go to Korea for the KBL to play sa reinforcement.
And yun naman, yung mga transfer of technology, yung mga iuuwi na naman
Sila
ni
nila
Mark
Brian
Espejo.
Baguna, sa kakatuwa.
Brian,
Sipin
talagang...
mo, pati sila JV Sumagaysay, sila Mads Gampong has been the reinforcements already here in Southeast Asia. And in women's volleyball as well, di ba? And it will, the game, the technical transfer of knowledge will grow even further.
Uy, mukha bang, ayun, labas yata. Naku, napakalapit naman yan, Coach Ronnie. That is, it's called out officially.
Ayaw mapayag dito ng Letran. Ang turo nila ay dun sa blue. Ang turo naman ng Cignal ay dun sa yellow part. Almost kissed the line, but eventually ruled as a serve that went outside.
This time going the way of Cignal, but that was worth the video challenge. Napakalapit. And we have a timeout.
Natin. Service receive. Doon tayo nalalayuan nila eh. Sa paluan, hindi naman eh. Ha? More on combination pa rin tayo. Pasa muna tayo, Axel. Ha? Eh, bigyan mo to. Hindi sinasabayan. Ha?
Hey! Arriba! Arriba! Arriba!
Kanina ko pa iniisip ko na yung chinachant nila. As Letran has committed 5 errors already in this set. Meron lang silang 5 nung nakalipas sa set. Kasi sa basketball, iba yung Arriba Letran. Yun yung dating. Dito, iba rin.
Pero definitely yan na nakita. What do you attribute this better performance in this part of the second set?
Mas sumasabay. Mas may rally tayong nakikita. But once again, the firepower is way too much. And of course, yung net defense continues to be present para sa Cignal. At 2 ace playmakers yung tangan nila.
It continues here. Again, a lucky break for Letran. They'll take it any way they can get it.
They just tied the biggest advantage earlier with a 7-point lead established the second time here in this set. But that free point will allow Letran their 9th point of this set.
Lawrence Vicente there with a serve. That one looks
reception
good, and
coming from
that's
Vince
definitely
Abro.
an ace. No challenge there. Parang si Lawrence Vicente, mismo hindi hindi makapaniwalang.
Natawa si Coach Brian eh.
Nagulat din siya.
Pleasant surprise.
Let's see if she can replicate this one. Good reception this time. Again,
And they dodged a bullet as
net.
Abrot almost gave that point up already to Letran, who had a triple block.
Oh,
But
that's
touched
unfortunate.
Yeah. A 2-point run here para sa kanila.
So Cignal again to 16 points first in our second tactical timeout. 6-point advantage. Back for more after the break.
Patient siya sa lahat ng bagay. Di siya nagsasawang magturo sa amin. Di siya magsawang i-up kami lahat. Yun yung natutunan ko sa kanya. Patience talaga. And Coach, thank you sa patience na binibigay mo sa amin. And gagawin namin yung 101% best sa lahat na aspeto, sa training, sa aral, and syempre sa team. So, yun po.
Watch the Spikers Turf live in HD and on demand via Pilipinas Live. Enjoy the action anytime, anywhere, and in any device. Download and subscribe now or watch via PilipinasLive.com. And it was really nice to hear the words of Raxel Catrice as a coach
captain.
yourself.
Right. Best libero in season 93. A lot of good insights for Coach Brian Esquivel.
Siyempre, ramdam mo
Remember,
yun.
they are student athletes. So, that's top of mind. That's first and foremost. Tapusin ang pag-aaral at gamitin ng sport to fund their schooling. That's one. And hopefully get a good chance to make it to the pro ranks eventually and get a good living for themselves.
Ikaw ba sa coach talagang iba yung approach mo kung mas bata ang hinahandle mo? Iba sa pros, iba sa...
Iba talaga. Oh. Kasi the education for coaches are also non-stop eh.
Yeah.
Iba. Wow.
Talk about non-stop. Ito si Jewel H, ayaw magpapigil. And with that 1-2.
Well, after a 2-point run was scored by Letran to narrow the gap at 16-10. This is a 2-point run meanwhile para dito sa Cignal na gustong lumamang na ng 2 sets ng ganong kabilis.
Another chance here for Letran to set up.
Ooh.
That one is good enough from Santa Maria this time. Who was also a big scorer from their first game against Santa Rosa.
Tama.
11 points for Santa Maria in that first outing.
Only 1 point in the previous set. Saka hindi lang yung puntos doon. Yung attack rate. Over 50% sila pare-pareho. Himson, Santa Maria. Uy! Was that a real shot coming from Asia? Or if you can take that, a look at that sequence once again.
Napauwi-uli tayo. Let's see one more time on that. Talaga bang sukat na sukat eh.
Intentional or not, it scores their 19th point.
Parang yung court sense ni Jewel Asia, which you have to really have as
Magaling
a setter,
na, magulang pa, di ba? Mahirap kalaban.
Oo nga, tsaka 3 mata niyan eh.
Totoo yan.
Oo. Running attack, works. Bautista
They
again
had to be
scoring.
creative. Nice light play for Bautista.
Oo. At siya pa yung tumanggap nun.
Yes. Without Vince Himson, we have to rely heavily on Santa Maria and Bautista, of course.
And very frustrating, I'm sure, for Bautista after those awesome plays, that great receive.
One of the
and
best
that
teams
kill.
in protecting a lead, itong Cignal HD Spikers. And naalala ko, dun sa mga bihirang laro na hindi sila nakakalusot, yun yung sila yung naghahabol. Pero pag lamang, ang hirap habulin.
There's a good reception there.
Oh, that's out.
See if that converts. It is out. Again, yung iniiwasan mo kasi yung blocker.
From an 18-12 count or 18-10 count. 16-10 count. This is a good scoring run once again for a finishing kick. Para sa HD Spikers. Meron ng jump dagan, meron pang finishing kick.
Ayun, meron pang help of the net.
Magaling na, swerte pa. Malakas na. Sorry. Ubod na ng lakas. May swerte pa. Magaling pa. Sobra pa.
Mababagsak na yung bola sa atin na wala man lang nag-a-attempt. Ha? O, receive muna tayo. Ha? Konti lang yan. Tandahanin uli natin para may iangat natin yung score natin.
Say, arriba!
Letran!
Arriba! Arriba!
Pasa muna, pasa!
At Bautista, Daniel B. said, grabe ang blocking ng Cignal. Triple block. Hashtag SpikersTurf 2023. Totoo yan. Rabuya Redentor, the offensive and defensive prowess of Cignal. On point, absolutely. And they are just coasting here in this second set.
Without tapering off sa effort na pinapamala sila, even with a different unit inside for them. Ooh.
Oh, it's a monster serve there. Good effort for Letran to keep the ball in play. And that was too quick. And Jiga scoring here, contributing now. Ang binibilang mo dyan, Ronnie.
Torres, Chuma and Jiga. Whew. And these are off the bench players.
Kaya hindi ka rin, if you look at the numbers individually, uy, hindi nag-double digits si
Kasi nga.
Marasigan.
Diba?
Hindi
Kasi
nag-double.
nga.
Oo, dahil sobrang spread out. And again, credit to the wonderful setting.
Which is not an easy thing to do, ah.
Let's see who Asia goes for. Back row attack. Good pickup or good try anyway by Bautista. Nabobodega na rin si Bautista doon. And look now, Cignal.
The target practice has spilled over here to set number 2 para sa HD Spikers. Isay Marasigan, JP Bugawan, Jao Umandal, Wendell Miguel, Lloyd Josaphat. Watching. Eh, yun yung starting unit eh.
It was 25-17 for the first set. And buhay pa rin ang Letran. Let's see if they can score a couple of more points before giving way to Cignal.
Cignal gave up 53 points to the Santa Rosa City Lions. 22, 10, and 21 points in 3 sets para sa Santa Rosa.
And that was a good one.
Yeah, brought a
Good
very
enough.
good player, really.
Yeah.
Mahusay yan.
Started with a perfect first pass, the first ball. And Cignal will not put that to waste. It was the Dual Asia show.
Right.
The latter part, ano?
After,
Sumuscore din siya eh.
correct. After EJ Casanya went out dahil nakaka-adjust na yung Letran, pinasok ni Coach Dex. Kinamada naman ng gusto ni Dual Asia for an 11-point margin of win in set number 2.
And Coach Ronnie and I will be back after the break to talk more about set number 2. Back at the Paco Arena, all of you, I'm sure, enjoying what Cignal is giving us in this. Only their second game in the Spiker Surf Invitational. That set number 2 was really something, Coach Ron.
This is a road show that they are trying to impose against Letran. People may not have been convinced by that close win laban sa Santa Rosa, but I thought that Santa Rosa has always been a good team. The important thing is that they pulled off their first win. But against Letran, a team that beat Santa Rosa also in their first victory, Cignal is displaying us the kind of power that they're so known for. Dominant in all facets of the game. Attack points, especially on net defense, ang bigat. Ang hirap talagang patayan ng bola. And then the roster depth. They've only allowed 12 attack points in the first 2 sets. That's all that Letran can get. In spite of the fact that they have used 2 setters already. The red flag happened. Ang Cignal gave up 9 points sa attack, sa unforced errors in the first set. Pero nung kumonti na yung errors dito, alam mo, problema na ang Letran. And a difficult mountain to climb for Letran after being down at 8-1 in the first technical timeout. Wow! Attack points. Doubled up ng Cignal. 24-12. Kill blocks. My goodness. 8-3. And then, opponent errors, nako nagtabla na Talagang problema ang Letran dito.
And again, we have to really mention yung pinaka-handicap. The story here is the absence also of Vince
Yes,
Hinson.
we have to keep repeating that because that is a very good case that has gone against Letran, who scores the first point of the set on that nice drop.
We've seen a couple of bright spots from the side of Letran. What was missing in the second set, pansin mo, Coach Ronnie, yung mga combination attacks sila, hindi natin masyado nakita or hindi na sila nagkaroon ng opportunity.
Walang
kasi,
rally halos
And si Eulalia stays in the court.
Biggest lead para sa Letran in all sets. I think that was the first free ball I've seen para sa Cignal all match long. At nang binalik ni Aranyo, good combination play. Basag yung double block. 2-point lead, pinakamalaki.
Yeah.
Ngayon lang ba lumamang ito?
Usually early lang in the set, ano?
Iwan agad.
Another chance here for Cignal to go. That one looks good. And an offensive block and medyo nabuhayan.
Ang kaibahan, the starters began the second set para sa kay Coach Dex.
Yeah.
Dito, the second unit, if you may call them as such, are the ones who are starting here for them.
Tinuloy-tuloy lang.
So dito walang element of surprise at hindi na intimidated ang Letran sa kanila ngayon. In comes Lloyd Josaphat, activated.
Yep.
Pagkatapos mabantayan ang pin hitter na si Bonono.
Really that connection, talaga undeniable between Eulalia and Josaphat. First point for Cignal. Took them a while to get it.
Right, surprisingly.
It's a good first ball. Let's see if they can convert. Ball still good. Another chance for Letran. Santa Maria going up through the two-man block. He gets the point, and that's the kind of confidence you have to muster somehow.
Yes, this is what we saw of them in that win versus Santa Rosa. Best set we've seen from Letran.
Well, this is a must-win situation for the boys in green. At kung sila kailangan umariba, ngayon na yun.
Ito na nga. The Cignal is in a 4-point hole.
That's definitely the biggest lead that Letran has enjoyed. Let's see what kind of reaction we're going to get from the coaching staff, from Coach Dex. Meron bang mga pumoporma na? Hindi pa. We're still keeping the same 6 on the court. And unfortunately, a service error. And Jiga.
That was the 6th ace earlier scored by Letran against Cignal. Meanwhile, Cignal has a total, I believe, of 7 aces against Letran.
That one is called outside. And nagpalitan lang ng error. Dalawang koponan. And so, Letran will will retain their 4-point advantage in this must-win third set against Cignal. Good heads up there from the side of Letran. Keeping the ball alive. Nagkagulo. Masyado mabilis yung bola. Bautista and Bermido both in position to get the ball back up. But
that was Calado who had 4 points in one set versus the Santa Rosa City Lions. I believe that is his second point or third point today. Still behind by 3 are the HD Spikers. Make that 4 after that quick hit.
Yes, these quicks working out for Letran. Caballero with that one there. Again, just to vary your offense, no? Yung mga bibigay mo sa Cignal, kailangan talaga pahulain mo sila.
And this is the way to play Cignal. Stay ahead of them if you can. To put pressure on them at least.
4-point advantage for Letran. Make that 5, and they are at 8 points first. What a good showing for the boys in green. Letran, Saints and Lattes up by 5. Back for more after this first technical timeout.
Chiki and Ronnie, you were talking about JP Bogawan at the start of this match with his 14 points last game, and he shared to me today that their team is very confident with their condition, given that they are right now a mix of well-set players, old veterans, and also new players who recently shined in their previous universities. More than that, playing against collegiate Paris club teams in Europe gave them new perspectives on going against younger teams, just like the 3 teams they are facing this bracket. A more solidified team who went strolling through Italy and Paris. Cignal's ball distribution is shining more than ever. Now, don't forget to answer the poll. Let's go back to set 3.
Thanks so much, Ai.
Sana all.
Oo nga. Napag-usapan din natin kanina yung mga natutunan nila from
Dami
European-style
yan.
volleyball.
Even for a champion team.
Oh, that was a rally. That was quite a long exchange that we just witnessed there.
Yes, in the first 2 sets, it seemed like it was very easy for Cignal to score against the Letran's defense. But with the newfound confidence and an early lead, Letran, very difficult to score laban sa kanila para sa HD Spikers. Dito sa set na to ang ating tinutukoy.
Oh, good first pass there. And yun din sayang.
Rare miss, Caballero,
Yeah.
on that shoot set. Sayang para
Sayang
sa Letran.
talaga.
Oo.
Good timing, and it's really just...
Kasi wala yung blocker talaga sa bilis ng bola ni Oranyo.
Just the execution. It was barely outside. You know, these things happen. Kaya lang talagang pag signal ang kalaban mo, you have to
Iiwas
play
mo
a next to
oo.
perfect game eh. And now the service aces again coming from the side of the HD Spikers.
Second one for Calado. Keeps them alive from a high of 4 points. Lead is down to 2. 5 points pala at 8-3. Yun.
That one too big, too strong. 9-6. Ito, kailangan na talaga mag-capitalize ng Letran. Itong mga these opportunities that they're getting here. And really a lot on the shoulders of the playmaker on the
Yes.
side of Letran. Because you have to get really creative going up against a team like Cignal.
Abroad so far, not that comfortable yet in his role here for Cignal. So used to getting maximum floor time. Pero dito kasi, alabas-pasok ka talaga. Depende sa sitwasyon. 2 points given up here. Rather, 3 points given up here by Cignal.
And that one also outside.
Si Santa Maria yung namuno rito sa unang arangkada ng Letran.
You know, for John Bautista also, it's been hit or miss talaga at the service line. Yung parang marami siyang mga wrong, yung ano din eh, it's not just the errors but the timing of the errors sometimes.
But he'll be better for sure.
Oh, wow. And that is a sheer experience. Si Josaphat just knowing where to be on that quick.
Nakita mo, hindi siya nagmadali, hindi niya inunahan. Ayan. Kaya lang haba.
Impeccable timing.
Full extension. Return to sender. Ooh. Bumalik yung Achilles heel para sa Cignal sa dami ng errors nila.
Letran still up. Again, a must-win situation, and still not too many changes on in the lineup, in the 6 on the court on the side of Cignal. So pinaninindigan dito ni Coach Dex.
Blanque of Letran has also
Picked up.
right.
Yeah.
2-point barrier kanina para sa Cignal. Ngayon, umakyat muli sa 4
And
para
they're
dito sa Letran.
Actually scoring off of their blocks.
Yes, attack error and then an offensive block. So the leader on top once again by 4.
Ayun, kita natin. Just a simple outside set is what was needed for Cignal to get the ball back
Asia
here.
trying to bring more confidence para kay Vince Abrot.
It's been Letran in the lead all throughout this 3rd set. Great blocking, but good recovery there by Letran. Chance here for Cignal. to set up. And that quick, that was too quick this time.
A quick in transition. Josaphat Aisha pointed out with that connection. Good floor defense by Abrot leading to this put away coming from Josaphat. Was also scored heavily here for the HD Spikers.
Tanaw na tanaw niya yung
magandang
walang
perspective
tao
at
dun.
vantage point.
Pag ganun katangkad no? Just empty zone 6 and he went straight for it.
The two-point barrier still stands in the way para dito sa HD Spikers. As Letran, cushion, stays at 3. Down to 2.
Just really not a time for these errors. Tutulungan mo pa ba ang Cignal na pumuntos? I guess that's something that really they're going to be working on in practice next time, just to keep those services safe inside. Effort there to keep the ball in play. No go. That was beyond the antenna. Yeah.
Rare miscue coming from Letran sa kanilang first ball. At yun ay nangyari para kay Bautista na siyang best player nila ngayon without Vince Simpson.
Yeah. Here comes Cignal with Vince Abrot at service.
Nice reception.
Santa Maria blocked. Chance for Cignal again. Asia outside again. Talagang kahit ano, si Asia also showing the parang yung laman ng kanyang baul. Ang dami din niya talagang pwedeng ibigay. Itataas lang niya yung bola. Alam niya kasi na ganun kalakas yung mga offensive players.
Dati ang kasama niya rito si Owen eh. By the way, we're tied at 13. First deadlock here in this set after this 3-point run.
Aha, that worked out
nice
this
play.
time for Letran.
Stops a 3-point run, restores a 1-point lead, and that was Santa Maria. Scoring para sa kanila. They had 3 players in double figures in their win versus Santa Rosa. Today, para sa kanila, wala pang pumapalo ng higit 10 puntos.
Good approach. And that's a good up by Letran, and Bautista does not waste the effort of John Aranyo there to keep the ball in play.
Good 2-point answer here para sa Letran after a 3-point run was delivered by the HD Spikers. A point away from the second technical timeout to be on top by 3.
This is definitely an impressive Letran squad that we're seeing in this third set. Do you feel a little bit of complacency on the side of Cignal? Do they need to up their intensity? What are you feeling,
more
Ronnie?
Than complacency, I think the level of Letran has definitely improved 2 notches higher.
And we have a challenge coming from Cignal. I think it's tama ka, it's a combination of both. Of course, it is a do or die situation dito para sa Letran. And maganda ring sukatin nila at makilala nila ang kanilang sarili sa mga sitwasyon na ganito.
Yes.
Tingnan nga natin kung may black touch. Malayo.
You think? 3 straight points, Cignal. 3 straight points.
All right. At sila pa rin ang nanguna. 16 points in our second technical timeout. We'll be back.
Sana ako sa pinakamatanda talaga sa team. So, wala naman akong ibang dapat gawin talaga kundi gumawa ng tama para sa kanila, para makita nila na tama din yung dapat gawin nila. Patuloy na pag-guide sa kanila, patuloy na pagsabi kung ano yung tama at mali inside and outside the court.
Hindi na mahalata sa itsura. Sa Marasigan na kuya. And, you know, I think he is speaking not only for what his teammates can gain from his presence, it's his opponents then.
Correct. What a save.
Maarangkada, ayun na, bumalik na. The offensive block, Josaphat and Bonmino joining forces there.
After giving up 3 straight points, they needed that offensive block. Kasi ang Letran, buong-buo na yung kumpiyansa rito.
Much needed monster block there. We didn't see it, no? In the first part of this third set. So talagang eto na rin. Maarangkada na ang blocking ng Cignal. This time, care of, that was Njiga going up there
Both
together with
teams
Bonono.
imposing 3-point runs.
Yeah.
Ito naman, 2 straight points para sa Cignal. We're down at 16-13 earlier.
Side set.
Net touch.
Oh, lucky break there because that was way outside for Letran. Lucky for them, somebody was at the net on the side of the HD Spikers, and they will keep their 2-point lead. And really, Letran hanging in there, Coach
Yes,
Ronnie.
correct.
Hindi nila binibitawan yung kanilang lamang.
Cignal has not tasted the lead here in set 3 after wire-to-wire wins in sets 1 and 2. As Casanya and team captain Isay Marasigan sees action for the first time here in set 3.
Ito na, binabalik na nila yung mga starters little by little. Maybe perhaps Coach Dex feeling the pinch. And maybe the desire to just finish this in 3. Oh, but Letran says, not quite. Kami naman, gusto namin lumaban pa. Makaisa man lang against the mighty Cignal HD.
Yes, is allowing a deadlock, instead restoring a 2-point lead. Araños definitely played much better here in set number 3.
Yeah. Bangkola Araño, Coronado coming in.
Situational subs here for Coach Brian Esquivel, whose team still stays ahead at 18-16.
Oh, these serves really becoming a factor here for the Saints and Lattes.
10 service errors para sa Letran all match long. Cignal with 11.
Calado going for his jump serve, and that one too strong.
Errors hurting Cignal here. They only had 5 unforced errors in that set 2 win. 9 in that set 1 victory as well laban dito sa Letran. But here in the third set, definitely a lot more.
Bautista at the service line, he's been hot and cold at the serve, as we mentioned kanina. Just as many errors as he gets aces. And really, I don't know if the nerves are beginning to set in because Cignal is already catching up.
When you have Cignal on their heels, which is rare for you to see, you have to put them down kasi ang bigat eh.
Njiga just taking it safe with his serve. Oh, that one looks
Clean
so good.
hit.
Nice angle there.
Oh, yes.
Iwasan yung blockers.
Diagonal delivery by the southpaw. Good clean point for a 2-point lead.
These little advantages of having a lefty opposite hitter.
Yes.
Tansyang-tansya niya yung
Katapat
anggulo. Sumang, of course, we to mention his perfect passes. And this is going to be a freebie. Cignal, quick there. And they're back. It has been Josaphat's favorite option.
Deep in the third set, Letran still ahead by 1.
Oh. Cignal managed to tie things up at 13, I believe. Pero talagang ayaw magpaiwan nitong Letran. Good save there. And there's a challenge from
for a net touch.
net touch challenge. Talaga, alam mo, merong nanunood talaga at the net because the action was happening way in the back around zone 6.
As team captain, Catrice, season 93 best libero for Letran.
Yeah, he was the one talking earlier about the importance of a very supportive and patient coach.
Right.
In Coach
The team
Esquivel.
captain as well.
Yung pasensya ba, saan ba nasusubok yun? Sa training ba o sa game situation? Paano ba, Coach?
Pareho. Oo, pareho. Kasi araw-araw mo sila halos kasama. In fact, mas kasama mo pa sila sa pamilya na minsan.
Oh, meron ba? Yung paa ba sumabit? Nakita natin na medyo umalog nga. Gumalaw yung net. But
para sa Cignal, wala.
Oo. Yeah. Parang ang Letran pa yata.
Correct.
And let's see what gives here. Of course, we know it's such a crucial point in this match. Pero nagkatawanan na lang yung mga coach. Si Coach Tex nakaasar pa dito sa kabila. So, ano sinasabi naman ni Coach? Wala naman daw tawag. Jump ball na lang.
Replay.
This was totally unexpected by Coach Esquivel here.
That's what he's trying to clarify.
Oh. And for those of you who did not catch the situation here, ang challenge ay si Coach Esquivel, pero nakita natin sa video playback ang nag-net fault ay ang Letran mismo. Oo. And ang
So the
masakit
final
dyan,
decision is it's tied at 20.
so it
Point
was
goes to the
that's
HD
right,
Spikers.
care of Coach Esquivel, it seems.
Jao Mandal is back.
And we have a timeout.
Nasa atin pa rin ang momentum. Kailangan lang natin mag-concentrate ulit sa pasa, saka sa atake natin. Babalik kayo, di ba? So ready. Pagkakapatay sa balik agad, Riley tsaka Wing.
Kapit ha! Nakasi! Arriba! Arriba! Arriba!
And this is a very strange turn of events here. Strange but unfortunate for Letran and for Coach Esquivel. What a way to get things evened up here at 20 each. Ang ganda na ng lamang ng Letran.
Kontrolado nga nila eh.
Oo.
Palitan lang. Lamang pa sila hanggang dulo sana.
Let's see if they can get things going once again.
Oh.
And that's a chance here for Letran to set up. And that one is called inside for Ambrosio.
Marasigan tried to keep that ball up for them to be able to at least launch a point of attack. Over ball leading to that point delivered by Ambrosio going to zone 1.
But really that challenge snafu aside, this has really been the best showing for Letran. Showing them their wares, showing them Cignal and the fans what they've got. Meron, may ilalaban. Oh, Mandal. What a pickup. Oh no, that one's not good enough. And Mandal, nagulat ka rin na binalik si Jao because he was missing. He was not made to play most of the second set. Definitely most of the third also.
At least half of the second set and dito sa third set, dito lang na ibalik.
And nakita naman natin, coming from back row there, challenge. Letran really is left with no choice but to challenge if they can because of the situation here. One more chance here for Coach Esquivel. You get
again, a
two
good
challenges.
sized crowd is what we're having here as supporters are trickling in. Meron po tayong isa pang laro na parating.
This is a triple header, of course. Today, every day, every game day, this is game 6, or rather day 6 of action here in the Spikers turf. Mamaya po, the Savage RTU Basilan going up against Alpha Omega.
Minsan ito, quadruple header ang ating handog, 4 na laro.
Non-stop volleyball action here on Pilipinas Live. Mapa women's or men's.
Right. Next week, may parating pang PNBF.
And you also covered that first game between St. Gerard Construction Benilde,
Right.
who took the game against Coast Guard.
Yes, and Coast Guard will drop to 0-2. And of course, debut para sa Blazing Builders who will get their first win of the competition.
And yung isa pang pinag-uusapan natin dito sa Pool C na hindi natin naasahan ay ang 0-2
Yes.
showing ng Santa Rosa.
And they have to sweep the remaining 3 matches for them to still have a shot in making it to the quarterfinals dahil 2 sa 6 na teams kada pool lamang ang papasok sa last 8.
Pagdating sa quarterfinals pa, coach, it's a single elimination.
Tapos meron pang darating na foreign team pagdating sa semifinals. So the roadblocks continue to be bigger in your bid to get to the title battle na ang Cignal almost always ay nandoon pagdating sa dulo.
And for the younger teams, younger squads like this one on your screens, they have to have a very steep learning curve.
Exactly.
That definitely a floor touch there. A good effort by Bautista, but Jao Mandal's hit was
Sa
just
sobrang bilis ng
strong.
bola, hindi ko nga nakita eh. Hindi mo man pwedeng i-pancake.
Tsaka galing sa likod yun, ah.
Yes. Sila naman nila Espejo at Brian Bagunas pag pumalo sa back row. Parang nasa front row.
Oo.
Kasi pumofloat eh.
And siguro these are the things they have had to do playing internationally, no? Talagang
Exactly.
na-master mo na yun eh. Kasi naging yung back row attack, yung pipe attack,
Routine
talagang
na lang
option
ngayon
na
eh.
siya eh.
Oo.
Oo.
And unlike before, specialist lang yung kaya. Ngayon,
And Santa Maria, relentless there, going zone 6 and getting the point and the lead back for the Saints and Lattes.
even with the starters back here para sa Cignal, Letran staying tough, determined to send this match into a possible 4th set.
Very impressive young Turks here in green. And
This has been their Waterloo
Yeah.
here in the set. 1 free point given up after another with no rally at all. A lot of twos on our scoreline.
This is a must-win situation already for Letran. They're looking good here, but really, it has been their serving. That has been their undoing.
No more challenge remaining for Coach Brian.
Ball's kept alive and good heads up there. Letran just keeps going. Steven Santa Maria just watching that ball like a hawk. But we have is there a challenge? I think the ball and the point will remain for Letran. Nakatuwa din makita Santa Maria doon. Yung reaction time niya.
1.8 here for
0.
Letran. So challenge sila, Coach.
Is there time for a challenge? We see the card. Looks like Coach Dex is trying to be allowed to be given that opportunity to challenge on the block. Siyempre, crucial din for Cignal. Although this is things will not end for Cignal here. Mukhang hindi na ibibigay. May timing din kasi ang pag-challenge, Coach Ronnie.
Totoo yan.
And you only have a certain amount of time. And then it's too late to challenge, which is, I think, the case for Cignal in this juncture.
On serve, Cignal looking for a side out.
Oh, that's a big one for Njiga.
Who was that? Chuma?
It's Njiga, yes. Just that easy. Cignal getting the point back and tying things up at 23 apiece.
Kasanya looking to hold serve.
And dito matetest ang endgame ng Letran. Oh, yung habol!
Wow!
Pasok!
Oh my!
And that was tough. That is tough. And then you wonder if that is experience or lack of it that is playing out one more time on that. Nandun na sila.
Reverse set.
This play.
Over ball.
And it was a decision to let the ball sail out, but right at the corner. And I think that will haunt Letran and the Mola Cruz for a long time.
That was miscommunication, to be precise, about what happened in the last sequence. On that golden play para sa HD Spikers, who've been playing catch-up all throughout this third set, only to have the first set point of this third set.
This has been a strange matchup, to say the least. Strange third set. And it is set point, match point for Cignal. One more time on that. I mean, clearly it's inside. Pero the decision...
Akala ko lalabas din talaga eh.
Oo.
At I thought, pinipigil yung Santa Maria yung teammate niya.
Yeah.
Nabuhay. Yung pala, he was trying to keep it up.
This is going to be a free ball, and this could be it for Letran. Let's see if Cignal will put it away, and Giga again. Just two in a row, and Giga and the rest of the Cignal HD just want to go home.
Well, I think the biggest factor was binalik yung starters eh.
Oo.
Pangalawa, kumapit naman sila Chuma and Giga. Siya lang yung hindi nilabas at hindi na ibinalik itong si JP Bugawan. But you have to give it to the Letran unit who were very much game, especially in the third and final set. Dito pumasok na dito yung experience talaga para sa HD Spikers na kahit nilalamangan, hanggang dulo, hindi bibitaw, kakapit. And that was one lucky serve by Casanya na clipped the net, and eventually that point went in their favor.
But look at that, 25-23, a much closer and hotly contested third set. Still in all, quite frustrating for Letran. A lot more to talk about in that third set. The break muna tayo. We'll be back after these.
Good afternoon, Spikers Surf fans. Live from Paco Arena, Manila, the Cignal HD Spikers dominated the Saints and Lattes Letran 3-0 with the last set 25-23. And here with me, player of the game is none other than Cignal HD Spiker and captain Isay Marasigan with 8 points, 4 attacks. Isay, it was a very close set 3. How did you close out that set kahit majority of the lead was with Letran, and at the same time na-halt yung momentum nyo sa gitna ng mga challenge?
Ayun nga, late game ng third set, medyo naging complacent yung mga second six namin. But ayun, pinasok kami and we just followed kung ano may instruction ng coaches namin, and then ayun, nagbunga naman and we won the set.
And secondly, it's your second time facing a collegiate team in your bracket. How huge of a factor is having that endurance, syempre yung condition, and also staying in trend with new styles of playing, lalo na galing kayo sa Europe?
Okay naman. Marami rin kaming natutunan, na-apply namin yung iba. But of course, stick pa rin kami kung ano yung system ni Cignal. Yun pa rin yung patuloy namin giging consistent sa lahat ng skills namin. And yun lang.
Amazing ball distribution din sa team ninyo. Congratulations again. May gusto ka bang batiin, Isay?
Binabati ko lang yung family ko sa Batangas and sa lahat ng mga friends ko na nanonood. See you soon.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Isay, and the rest of the Cignal HD Spikers. One last match ahead. We have RTU Basilan going against Alpha Omega. Let's go back to the panel.
Thanks so much to IE. Of course, congratulations, Isay Marasigan, our player of the game. You used the word complacency, and it's interesting to see how an experienced team still has things to learn as they play against a bunch of collegiate players. They discover things about themselves.
Of course, and that's why they are a champion unit. The ability to adjust and stay afloat, that's one. Number two, also you have players who are able to make the on-the-fly adjustments on their own, no? Dahil di naman tumayamot si Coach Dex. Pinadiskarte yung mga players niya. At saka, that innate ability to likewise adjust to the situation. Mainit ang kalaban, nothing's going right. Questionable calls at some instances. But eventually, you try to stay afloat by just playing your game and finding ways to win, which is exactly what they did. Even if they were under duress multiple times in that third set.
Yeah. We are happy for Letran because they at least had that third set where they came so close, led for the most part.
Kuha na nila to. Kuha na nila. Dun lang sa dulo. And Casaña's lucky serve, so to speak, and that golden play that put them at match point. Mahirap nang burahin talaga yon pagdating sa dulo.
Yeah, they have that. A lot to learn for the Saints and Lattes, particularly in that third set. The things that went right, and eventually the things that just did them in.
And how to close out the set against a top team.
Yeah, it was a great game for both, I think, and a lot to learn even for our fans here. We're glad you joined us, and we hope you stuck around because we have another game coming up for all of you today. We have the Savage RTU Basilan going up against Alpha Omega for your triple header day 6 of competition here at the Spikers Turf Invitational. On behalf of Ronnie Magsanok and our Director Koyo Panko, of course, I decided this has been Chiki Puno. Thanks for joining us. More volleyball to come.